Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Stine and today I'm here with you for another yarn talk video. So in this video I'm going to show you finished objects, ongoing projects, and of course a few thoughts for future projects. But in any case, as we all know, you can't have a good yarn talk without, in my case, some great tea, which today is the Ettlinger Altmischung, which I bought when I was in Germany back in September. It's a black flavored tea it's a black tea flavored with pineapple and lemon. And personally, I really feel it's yeah, I'm kind of sad it's such a long drive to get there to get a new portion. So I guess I will have to visit the city if I ever get to go back to the region sometime to just buy the tea. But let's enjoy it as long as it lasts. So, as you might have noticed if you do follow my channel and rigorously watch some of my videos, is that I finished my fingerless gloves, where I ended up choosing for the Dragon Scale Glove pattern, which is by the Yanivore UK. And these are my final result of the pair. I'm just gonna take on both here. I made it in this lovely Ice Yarns universe, which is a variegated yarn with very short variegations, wherefore you can see almost each of the colors in the yarn in each of the scales. It's a very nice, comfy glove that leaves the fingers room to do other things. So I can easily also imagine actually using these when it's cold indoor. And I did post from start to finish video of how I made these here on this channel last week Friday. So I will also of course link to that video in the description box down below, including the free pattern from the Yanivore UK and the yarn haul I made for the original haul of this yarn. So this of course goes together with a scarf that I made for it, and a hat, and a barrett hat. But I've actually been thinking about needing to make like a headband, because the barrett don't really cover my ears, and if it's a cold day, I believe that a headband might actually be better to cover up, you know, the ear tips is also always the ones that gets really, really cold in the winter and where you freeze the quickest. Plus, when I wear my hair like in a bun, the barrett is more complicated to wear basically, because it's kind of depends on the height of the placement of how you've done your hair, and then sometimes maybe a headband can be easier. So yeah, I'm thinking about making like a headband in this yarn as well to go with it, so I have more choices. In any case, I'm really happy to work with this yarn, and it's certainly not the last pair of gloves I've made. More on that later, because I have ideas. I always have ideas. Of course, I guess most of us crafters do have these crazy ideas. The next project that I'm currently working on, of course, is my Happiness Shawl. And I am as good as very close to being finished. I'm able to say that now. If I'm gonna be finished with everything for posting a tutorial this week, I'm not sure if I will reach it. But I'm starting to be confident to say will be a tutorial no much later than next week Friday. So do stay tuned for whenever that tutorial is gonna be out. I am currently busy with a round, and I have, I think, about maybe 2 rounds, max 1.5, and then the final round to go. So I should, with everything goes well, I really should be done with this poncho sometime this week. I'm just gonna, again, do you the favor of pulling it on so that you can see how this lovely development is. And again, I do apologize for you not being able to see my head. And you can see here where I reached. So I'm progressing around here. So this is like a quarter of a round so far complete on the next round. And I will, because now it really kind of, like when you do bend your arms, it's kind of the perfect, almost perfect length here. So I'm debating if I just need to finish this round and then do the edge, or if I add just 1 or 2 more rounds and then do the edge. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I'm happy to hear suggestions lengthwise, but I like the fact that the arms are somewhat free. So I might just finish this round. I'm not completely sure. If you have suggestions for this quad length, do set them in the description box down below. I would absolutely be so super happy to receive your suggestions on if I should add 1 or 2 more rounds, or if I should just finish the round I have and then add the finishing round to make the edge. Let me know, and I will probably need to know within the next 1 or 2 days after posting this video, because that's probably when I will be starting on it, if you think it should be 1 round longer. If you have no opinion, of course, it's up to you. I may or may not. But sitting here with it right now, looking at those lengths, I'm really debating on either finishing the round or adding just 1 more round and then the finishing up. So I have to finish this round I'm working on. So that's 3/4 to go. And then 1 more round plus the finishing round, or just the finishing round. Oh, I'm sure I'll figure out when I'm actually maybe finish this round, but looking at it, I think it might just be perfect as is. In any case, I do believe the Umbro version of this pattern is really, really beautiful. It shades nicely, and it's still, as I said some weeks ago, it's a lot warmer than what you would think from an acrylic cotton blend. It's of course never as warm as something with wool, but I'm still very keen with it, and it feels light, and yeah, in many aspects it's wonderful. But another project, of course, that I have going on is the tutorial for the Virus Shawl, and it's progressed with 1 full round, which is not much, but it's what I had time for, and it's still very tiny, small and cute, but it's still progressing nicely, and I believe that these colors would fit absolutely great combined with the shirt I have on today for just like a scarf or shawl as it is. But yeah, so we are progressing, but it's still taking a bit before we are where we can just crochet crazy out. A part of it, of course, has to do with the fact that I've been working on this poncho, and it just takes a long time to get the rounds complete, because hey, every round you make is 8 stitches longer, and I don't even know how many rounds I've done. I'll calculate and get back to you once it's done complete. I'll show you next week. I have a feeling the poncho might be finished next week. The tutorial still needs a bit, but then, of course, we have this sock project. I've not really done much. I 100% admit. I've written down the amount of stitches I need for every round and how. So I'm kind of rewriting, like I'm reading this pattern and I'm rewriting it down so that I know how many stitches I'm supposed to have after each round, so I can keep counting and make sure that I don't suddenly have too many or too few. And it's a lot of counting work, and it seems really small. But I've took the advice that I received, I think it was last week or the week before, but I've taken the advice and I've gone up a hook size. So right now I'm using this 3mm crochet hook, and please don't laugh, but This is the beginning of my first sock. I would say normally I would make like a from start to finish video. I'm not sure if I'm able to concentrate and do this for this because still I feel it very complex. Red indicates the start of the round. Yellow is the halfway marker because right now it's like single crochets, and on the markers I need a single crochet, but on each side of the markers I need double crochets, like not double crochets, 2 single crochets in the same stitch to expand the width for obviously toes. So yeah, we are not that far yet, and it's in this lovely Mayflower yarn, first class, which is 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon. So it's a classic sock yarn from a Danish brand called Mayflower. And I have to say, after I got up a hook size, at least it seems less fiddly to look at, which is though a larger hook size than advised in the pattern. So I will have to check, I guess, over time if the size is going to be too big or not. But who knows, if it gets too big, I will have to make a new pair. Then I've had a test pair and I can donate these to a member of my family, because I do have small feet actually, compared to, for example, my mother. I do have like 2 sizes smaller or something like that. So I'm sure I can find a happy receiver should this not fit, because I then now are using a bigger hook size, but I do crochet tight, so the actual fit I won't know yet before I'm done, but I'm following the size of the pattern that should fit normally my foot. What I do, and what I would likely do also with these for the woolly socks, is that I do usually wear a pair of cotton socks underneath, so I do have a little bit extra added size wise. So what I did mention was that I had these ideas for Dragon Scale Gloves, and I believe, because if you look at some of them that's been made, and they've been made in this lovely variegated yarn, I'm thinking I could make some really, really great gloves. And I actually do have some leftover yarn, and the leftover yarn is from when I made my own Barbara Bolero, which is the Hobby Carnival yarn. And I was like, okay, what I'm gonna use this yarn for? And in the beginning I thought, I can maybe make a hat or something, but I actually do have plenty of yarn to properly make a pair of dragon scale gloves, and a headband to go with it, like as a winter set. I haven't really decided if that's something I'm going to use, or if I'll be selling it, or if I'm gonna give it away as a gift or whatever. That's not really up for the discussion right now, but this is kind of like the yarn I have left from when I made it, and I weighed it up, and I should have more than enough yarn to complete both a headband and a pair of gloves. And I'm going to take out one of these right now. The Carnival yarn it's a hobby yarn. It's extremely squishy and soft. Like for this is 100% acrylic, and it's kind of a bit of a roving style yarn, which is also variegated, and you can see these lovely variegation tones. And because these variegation last like a lot longer than, for example, this Yanivore, you really get scales of different colors, and I believe that could come to look absolutely amazing. This yarn, I would probably also use the same crochet hook size, maybe a size smaller. So I would use either a 4mm or maybe a 4.5. It kind of depends. I would have to test it out to see what size would work better. But I think this yarn could really make some absolutely beautiful Dragon Scale Gloves. It's kind of icing. This is the colorway here is Copenhagen. It's colorway 5, and as mentioned, it's 100% acrylic. And for these 100% acrylic, you do get, this skein is like 100 grams, 240 meters. It's considered a lightweight 3, which I think it would kind of depend, because you can see here that it's roving, and like the thin one I would absolutely say is a 3, but the thicker one here I would say it's more like a 4, 3.5 maybe. But it's super soft. The only sad thing about the carnival yarns from Hobby is it's so darn expensive. Get them on sale right now. I think there's a sale until tomorrow. But do keep an eye on that website if you want to have this particular color or any other colors. They do go on sale like once every, I don't know, 3 or 4 months or so. And when they're on sale for like half the price, they are a decent grab. I would never personally pay full price for them unless I was desperate. It's, yeah, lovely yarn. There's absolutely nothing to complain about this for this yarn except for the price. I want to get more colorways of it. So especially if this Dragon Scale project succeeds and looks great, probably next time it's on sale, sometime next year probably, because I have lots of other things planned for this year. I might get some more of these in different colorways just to have like, I don't know, just to make different sets of gloves. What I like about the Dragon Scale gloves is it's actually a very easy, quick whip up project, and it only takes like, oh my, just one moment. Sorry about that. I chose to knock over my tea and it was open and I had to save my table from the moisture. But let's see, where did I come from? Yeah, I was wrapping up my yarn again, saying it's great to work with and I have more than enough to actually make a combined project. And I think that's it for now. If you haven't done it yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, ring the little bell to get notified when I do post new videos. And thank you so much for watching this video in full. I would like to wish you a very great day ahead and a happy crafting week ahead as well, because of course it's Monday, and I will absolutely meet you next week Monday for a new yarn talk video. And maybe not, I'll have a tutorial for you on Friday. So that's it for now, and until we meet again, have a crafty time. Bye.